Okay, this video is important. Take two. Sorry about the little tangent I got on earlier. I was trying to reach out to Wrinkle Brains and giving them a little slice of info to use next week. Anyhow, picking up where we left off. Imports are used by registered management investment companies and ETFs, and they're used in a report on a fund's portfolio. It's required every 3 months, and it includes valuable information about debts and assets as far as how these ETFs are comprised. So, of course, some general information that we get from these, and the form is required to report LEI numbers, asset and liabilities, securities lending, that's a big one, and the counterparties involved, monthly total returns for each of the preceding 3 months, flow information for each of the preceding 3 months, information on each investment in the portfolio, miscellaneous securities, and explanatory notes, if any, as well as exhibits. So looking at the actual import form now, this is what it looks like. Now we can see here AMC Entertainment is the name of the issuer. This is the LEI number, and this is the CUSIP number. Now the CUSIP is going to differ from the CUSIP of AMC security because this is actually a bond that we'll see here in a second. And moving down the form, you can see that there's 227,000 left as a balance and as a principal amount. And you can see here that it is in fact a debt instrument, and it is a corporate debt. Moving on here, on line C7 or instructions to C7, there is actually a hierarchy that it rates the fair value. So 1, 2, or 3 are the options, and it gives you a explanation right here. It says 1, if portions of the portion have differing liquidity features that justify treating the portions separately. If a fund has multiple sub-advisors with differing liquidity views, or 3, if the fund chooses to classify the position through evaluation of how long it would take to liquidate the entire position. And then looking on right here, we see that it matures in April 15th, 2025 at a fixed rate of 10.5, currently not in default. And over here also there's a repurchase and reverse repurchase section. I've been looking through these today. I've looked through about 8 or 9 so far. Haven't seen anything yet checked here, but that would be pretty interesting if we could find one. And of course, counterpart information is blank here. So if this were to be checked, though, I believe that we would get a counterparty, and this information would be filled in. So this is an example of an institution that owns this debt, and it is THYUX. It's an ETF, and you can see here that there's 338,000 shares in here. So this is where we get those ETF share counts from. It's comprised of all of these different institutions that own AMC's debt. And I wanted to show you real quick before I let you go what I'm talking about. So this is the bond right here. If you take that CUSIP number and you copy and paste it into Google, it'll bring up Fintel amongst other things. It'll show you the owners. Now we see right here that these Newports, source NP means that a Newport was filed, and when I say Newport, I mean import. So we can see here, if you go through all these, and I've gone through about 5 or 6 of them so far. If you go through all of these, add them up, it should theoretically equal the available ETFs in Stonk Tracker, because I believe it uses the same calculation to track that. So this is a way we can use debt instruments to see exactly who owns the debt, and track that back to the source, and go from there. So while there's a lot of digging to be done, hopefully this will ease any confusion based off the last video. Again, sorry about that. Ran into something I had to share with some more wrinkled brains. So hope you found this interesting. And again, I'll provide all resources if you want to dig into this yourself. And I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.